Hi, I'm in my kitchen this evening making supper. It's a simple meal tonight of chicken fajitas. I enjoy cooking, but one thing I do not enjoy is cleaning the kitchen and all of the dishes cooking from scratch makes. Anyone else like this? I'm sure I'm not alone. So my Tiny Tidy Tuesday for this week is focusing on cleaning my kitchen during supper preparation and after. Sometimes it's these little tidies that can be the hardest to motivate yourself to do. This Tiny Tidy Tuesday is part of an open collab hosted by Sunday Dawn over at The Helpful Home. I'll have a link to the playlist and her channel down below in the description box. Before I can clean these dishes, I need to empty the dishwasher. While I do that, I'm going to answer a few questions in a Get to Know Me that Sunday Dawn passed along. So the first question is, do you speak any different languages? I'm assuming this means other than English. Actually, I do. I speak Scottish Gaelic or Gaelic. So for all you Outlander fans that like Jamie Fraser in Scotland and all of that, I do speak that language. And I actually lived in Scotland for a number of years, and that's where I trained in the media, and it was actually in Gaelic broadcasting that I trained. So yes, I do speak another language. I speak Scottish Gaelic. Do you consider yourself an introvert or an extrovert? I am very much an introvert. I do have a few, the odd time, and extroverted tendencies, but I'm pretty introverted. I always have been. What is one place you always wanted to visit? Since I was about 8 or 9, after I saw the film Stargate, which I know is not rooted in history, but it's very much a fantasy film, but just being centered around ancient Egypt, it got me really, really interested in ancient Egypt. And so I read, I think, my entire library out of books that they had in ancient Egypt. I absolutely loved learning about it. I even took a class that talked about it in university. And so I always thought I'd like to go to Egypt someday so I can see the pyramids and go to the museum in Cairo and all of that. So Egypt is definitely on the top of my list, and so is going to Ireland. My grandmother's family was from Ireland originally. And so I do have a cousin that lives in Ireland, and so it's on my list. I've lived in Scotland, but I have not visited Ireland, and so that is also on the top of my list. Are you a morning person or a night person? I would like to be a morning person, but I'm really not. I'm much more of a night person, and I think it's just because I have a lot of trouble sleeping at night. I can't get to sleep. It takes me hours. I can be awake for most of the night and not fall asleep until the birds start singing. So the few times that I got well rested and was up nice and early, that I got to enjoy the day. I really enjoyed the early mornings and watching the sunrise and all of that, and I wish I could see it more often, but just because I can't sleep at night, I'm much more of a night person, and so I end up having more energy at night, and yeah, so it's kind of funny. It's like everybody else winds down for the day, and I'm just like, yeah, I can't sleep yet. So I guess just because of that, I'm more of a night person. And then the last question I have is, do you prefer traveling or staying at home? I like both. I am a homebody. I enjoy being home in my home, but I also like seeing places. So I've traveled to California. I have family there, so And I've lived in Scotland and traveled around there for a little bit. I've been to London, England, and then I traveled a few places around Canada and lived in different places. I like seeing new places and traveling, like doing that, but I also like being home, so it's a little bit of both. So supper is on the table now, and we are going to dig in. With supper finished, it's time to clean up. And I'll be honest, I contemplated leaving this until the morning, but there is something about going to bed with a clean kitchen. It just sets you up for the next day. I know every time I wake up and the kitchen is still dirty, I'm just like, I hope you enjoyed spending the evening in my kitchen and that this gave you some motivation to tackle some small tidies that you really didn't feel like doing. Thanks again to Sunday Dawn hosting the collab. Check out her channel in the playlist in the description box below. Thank you again so much for watching. Stay safe and be well. And until next time, bye.